These 10 pills are in millions of homes right now. Doctors prescribe them every single day. But new 2024 to 2025 research shows they could be silently wrecking your gut, brain, heart, or hormones. Stick around until number 1 because it's probably in your bathroom cabinet right now. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, hit subscribe and the bell. I drop science-backed health videos every week to help you thrive. Now, I want to be crystal clear. This video is for informational purposes only and is not medical advice. You should never stop or change a prescribed medication without talking to your doctor. The goal today is to empower you with knowledge so you can have more informed conversations with your healthcare provider. We're going to expose the dark side of 10 extremely common medications and explore some safer, evidence-based alternatives that you can discuss with your doctor. Let's jump in. We're restarting our countdown at number 10 with one of the most popular pain relievers in the world, ibuprofen and other NSAIDs like naproxen. You probably know them as Advil or Allergy. Millions of people pop these for headaches, muscle aches, or arthritis pain without a second thought. And while they can be effective for short-term pain relief, the long-term daily use is where the danger really lies. We're talking about serious risks. First, your stomach. These drugs work by blocking enzymes called COX-1 and COX-2. While that reduces inflammation, COX-1 enzyme is also crucial for protecting your stomach lining. When you block it day after day, you can literally erode that protective barrier, leading to gastritis, painful ulcers, and even internal bleeding. It's a huge problem. Then there's your kidneys. Your kidneys rely on proper blood flow to function, and NSAIDs can constrict the blood vessels that supply them, potentially leading to acute kidney injury or chronic kidney disease over time. And perhaps the most frightening risk is for your heart. Major studies have linked long-term NSAID use to an increased risk of heart attack and stroke, even in people without pre-existing heart conditions. The FDA even strengthened its warnings about this a few years ago. So what can you do instead? For chronic inflammation, discuss natural compounds with your doctor. Curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric, is a powerhouse anti-inflammatory. Make sure you take it with black pepper, which contains piperine, to boost its absorption by up to 2,000%. Another great option is bromelain, an enzyme from pineapple and boswellia, also known as Indian frankincense. Both have solid research backing their ability to reduce pain and inflammation, especially for joint issues, without tearing up your stomach lining. Coming in at number 9 are proton pump inhibitors, or PPs. These are medications like omeprazole, known as Prilosec, and pantoprazole, or Protonix. They are prescribed for acid reflux and GERD, and they are incredibly effective at shutting down acid production in the stomach. The problem is, your stomach is supposed to be acidic. That acid is your first line of defense against pathogens in your food, and it's essential for breaking down proteins and absorbing key nutrients. When you suppress that acid long-term, you open a Pandora's box of problems. First, you cripple your gut microbiome. Bad bacteria and yeast can overgrow in the less acidic environment, leading to conditions like SIBO or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. This can cause gas, bloating, and a whole host of digestive issues. Second, you set yourself up for major nutrient deficiencies. Without strong stomach acid, you can't properly absorb vitamin B12, which is vital for your brain and nerve function, or magnesium, which is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, including muscle function and bone health. Speaking of bones, that leads to the third major risk, a significantly higher risk of bone fractures, especially in the hip, wrist, and spine. This is likely due to poor absorption of calcium and magnesium. So what's a better approach? First, you need to figure out if you truly have too much acid, or, as is often the case, too little. Sometimes low stomach acid can cause the valve at the top of your stomach to not close properly, leading to reflux. Discussing a supplement like betadine HCl with pepsin with your doctor could help restore normal acidity. A simple home trick is the apple cider vinegar test. A tablespoon in water before meals can often alleviate symptoms if low acid is the culprit. For soothing an irritated esophagus, deglycyrrhizinated licorice, or DGL, is a fantastic safe option that helps rebuild the protective mucus lining of your stomach and esophagus. Alright, number 8 on our list is a class of drugs that millions of Americans take for their cholesterol, statins. You'll recognize names like atorvastatin, Lipitor, or simvastatin Zocor. These drugs are blockbusters, prescribed to lower LDL, or bad cholesterol, to reduce the risk of heart disease. And for some high-risk individuals, they can be life-saving. However, for many others, they are prescribed as a primary prevention measure, and they come with a laundry list of side effects that are often downplayed.
Ow.
One of the most common is muscle pain and weakness, also known as myopathy. This can range from mild soreness to debilitating pain that affects daily life. At number 7, we have benzodiazepines. These are potent anti-anxiety drugs and sleep aids with names like alprazolam Xanax, diazepam, Valium, and lorazepam Ativan. They work by enhancing the effect of a neurotransmitter called GABA, which is your brain's primary calm-down signal. They are very effective for acute panic attacks or severe short-term insomnia. The danger is in their long-term use. These drugs are highly addictive, both physically and psychologically. Your brain quickly adapts to their presence, and you start needing more and more to get the same effect. This is called tolerance. When you try to stop, you can face a brutal withdrawal syndrome that can be far worse than the original anxiety, including rebound anxiety, insomnia, tremors, and even seizures. Beyond addiction, long-term use is linked to serious cognitive decline. Multiple large-scale studies have shown a strong correlation between long-term benzodiazepine use and an increased risk of developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. They can impair memory, concentration, and processing speed. So what are safer ways to manage anxiety and sleep? L-theanine, an amino acid found in green tea, is fantastic for promoting a state of calm alertness without drowsiness. For sleep, a combination of magnesium glycinate and apigenin, a compound found in chamomile, can be incredibly effective. Magnesium helps relax the nervous system, while apigenin binds to some of the same receptors as benzodiazepines, but in a much gentler, non-addictive way. And never underestimate the power of cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, or CBTI, and mindfulness practices. They address the root cause of the issue rather than just masking the symptoms. If you are on these medications, please do not stop them abruptly. You must work with your doctor to create a slow, safe tapering plan. Okay, let's move on to number 6. Certain types of blood pressure medications, specifically beta blockers. These include drugs like metoprolol and atenolol. They work by blocking the effects of adrenaline, which slows your heart rate, and reduces the force of its contractions, thereby lowering blood pressure. They are important drugs, especially after a heart attack. But for general high blood pressure, they come with some significant drawbacks that impact your quality of life. The most common complaint is persistent fatigue and a feeling of being drained, since they put the brakes on your heart. They can make it difficult to exercise, leaving you feeling winded and weak. This is a huge problem because exercise is one of the most effective ways to naturally lower blood pressure. They can also cause cold hands and feet due to reduced circulation and are known to cause erectile dysfunction in men. It's a side effect that often goes unreported, but severely impacts quality of life. Furthermore, like statins, beta blockers have been shown to deplete your body of CoQ10, that critical nutrient for heart energy. So are there alternatives? Absolutely. If your blood pressure isn't dangerously high, lifestyle changes should always be the first step. The DASH diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and low-fat dairy, is clinically proven to lower blood pressure. Regular exercise, stress management through meditation or yoga, and reducing sodium intake are all incredibly powerful. In terms of supplements to discuss with your doctor, magnesium is a superstar. It acts as a natural calcium channel blocker, relaxing your blood vessels. Aged garlic extract has numerous studies showing it can lower blood pressure as effectively as some prescription drugs. And hibiscus tea has also been shown in clinical trials to significantly reduce blood pressure. These are all things to bring up in your next doctor's visit. We're at the halfway point. Number 5 is synthetic thyroid hormones, specifically levothyroxine, also known as Synthroid. This is one of the most prescribed drugs in the world, given to people with an underactive thyroid or hypothyroidism. It provides the body with the T4 hormone. The problem is, T4 is the inactive storage hormone. Your body still has to convert it into T3, the active thyroid hormone that actually runs your metabolism. For many people, this conversion process is broken due to factors like stress, gut inflammation, or nutrient deficiencies in selenium and zinc. So, they take their Levo. Their TSH lab number looks normal, but they still feel awful. Still have the fatigue, the weight gain, the hair loss, the brain fog, and the cold intolerance. They are told their levels are fine, but their symptoms scream otherwise. This is because they aren't getting enough active T3 to their cells. This approach only addresses one part of a complex hormonal picture. A more comprehensive approach that you can discuss with your doctor involves looking at the full thyroid panel, including free T3, free T4, and reverse T3, to see if that conversion issue is happening. For some people, a combination T4-T3 therapy or using a natural desiccated thyroid, or NDT, which contains both T4 and T3, can make a world of difference. It's also critical to address the root causes of poor conversion by ensuring you have adequate selenium and zinc, managing stress levels, and healing your gut. It's about giving your body all the tools it needs to use the hormone properly. Number 4 on our list is antibiotics. Let's be clear. Antibiotics are a miracle of modern medicine and have saved countless lives from deadly bacterial infections. The problem isn't their use in emergencies. It's their rampant overuse and misuse for things like viral colds, the flu, or minor issues. Every time you take a course of broad-spectrum antibiotics, it's like dropping a bomb on your gut microbiome. It wipes out not just the bad bacteria causing the infection, but also the trillions of beneficial bacteria that are essential for your health. These good bugs are responsible for digesting your food, manufacturing vitamins, regulating your immune system, and even producing neurotransmitters that affect your mood. Wiping them out can lead to a condition called dysbiosis, an imbalance that allows harmful bacteria, yeast like Candida, and even parasites to take over. This can result in chronic digestive issues like IBS, an increased risk of autoimmune diseases, food sensitivities, and even mental health problems like anxiety and depression due to the gut-brain connection. The recovery of your microbiome can take months or even years, and sometimes it never fully returns to its original state. So what's the solution? First, be a steward of antibiotics. Don't pressure your doctor for them if you have a common cold or flu, which are caused by viruses. For supporting your immune system naturally, focus on vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. Oil of oregano and monolaurin are potent natural antimicrobial agents that can be effective against certain pathogens. And if you absolutely must take an antibiotic, it is crucial to co-administer a high-quality multi-strain probiotic. Take it a few hours apart from the antibiotic dose, and continue taking it for at least a month after the course is finished to help repopulate your gut with beneficial bacteria. At number 3, we have oral contraceptives, or the birth control pill. For decades, the pill has been celebrated as a tool of female empowerment, and it is an effective contraceptive. But it's also widely prescribed for things it was never designed for, like acne, irregular periods, and PMS. The pill doesn't fix these problems. It masks them by shutting down your body's natural hormonal cycle and replacing it with a steady stream of synthetic hormones. This has far-reaching consequences. First, it significantly increases the risk of dangerous,